Morning. I thought I would bring y'all along with me on my Monday. We all know how I wake up by now. I wake up to the fireplace. The reason that I mention that all the time is like it's a whole thing. It was like this manifestation thing of when I was journaling about my dream house, which I'll tell y'all about later. But yeah, that's why I always love waking up to the fireplace. Then I get up and I open up the double windows to overlook the pool. So that way, the first thing I'm seeing is sunlight and the view of my pool, which just starts my day feeling abundant and feeling lucky. Then I journal my dreams and my morning journal notes, whatever comes up for me. This is a really cute journal that I got for like TJ Maxx or Home Goods. TJ Maxx for $4.99. So yeah, why pay more for a journal when I can get one at TJ Maxx for $4.99? So I'm trying to get into, so I just started trying to learn how to do lucid dreaming because I've always had really crazy, wild dreams. But I literally just really started trying to do this yesterday, so I'll let y'all know how it goes. But now every morning I write down my crazy dreams, and it can be like 4 pages long because my dreams are that crazy. And I try to interpret where did that come from, which is a little bit easier for me to know why that showed up in my dream. And then I try to interpret a message that I could get from it or a message that I could use from it that could point towards a block that needs to be cleared or an idea or an intention that I need to move forward towards based off the dream. Or sometimes you'll even have good ideas in your dreams. And if you're not journaling your dreams, you could forget it. So, like, the more you journal your dreams, the more you can remember it. And sometimes you'll actually have good ideas. So, I don't want to miss out on the good ideas. There was a time recently where I was like, I just don't even want to dream at this point. Like, I just want to have no dreams because they're that crazy. But then I was like, no, I don't, because I want to know what those messages are. Like, it would be more annoying to know that I dream every night and I just don't remember. Just being like, okay, what happened? Like, that might be more annoying for me. So now I'm trying to do like lucid dreaming so like make it work for me and hopefully be able to like use my dreams in a different way. So now I'm trying to like take out those messages to for my highest good. So I write down my weird dreams and interpret it, and then I write whatever it is that I want to write for the morning. So it's not always affirmations, sometimes it's just my intentions, but it usually is something that is something to remember throughout the day, something I want to set the tone for and start my morning that way. So I've already started a soft morning with the fireplace, the light. I get up and I move around, I drink water before checking my phone, and then, journaling really the set point. Okay. Because it's Monday, I started Monday with writing what aligned actions am I going to do today? I'm telling myself I'm going to do it that coincide with my goals and my desires. Okay. Then I wrote some things that I want to do. So, one thing I wrote is my awareness only faces my identity of a highly paid mentor and speaker. So, when your attention and your awareness faces one way towards your desire and intentions, that is what creates a magnetized state. It's also stating that anything that does not align with that identity, I'm not feeding into it. I'm not paying attention to it. I'm not giving my awareness to it. How they say out of sight, out of mind, it's actually out of mind, out of sight, right? So I'm just not even going to face the other things. I'm only facing my desire. I also wrote, my senses align with the reality of being the mentor and speaker that I am. So, not just feeling it, not just knowing it, not just facing it internally, but using your senses. What would that look like? What does it smell like? Like, living in the desire now means bringing in your senses to it. Create a smell that goes with that you can inhale. And when you're doing your visualizations, you can connect that image or that sense with your desire. And I know this is like becoming a mastermind in here, but like it's me. So yeah. Because the thing is your senses, your sight, your smell, all that is what is giving the data to your brain when you're thinking of just how the human body works and not just the internal. But your senses give the data to your brain, and then your brain creates that reality. It all works together. And that's why senses are used, especially feeling, to create your manifestation. And like I said, this is just what came up for me this morning. Like tomorrow it's going to be something else. And then I wrote some affirmations. I wrote every morning, basically, I write my consciousness is, and then whatever I want my desire to be. And it's always connected to original source, that original energy that is unconditioned energy. So if you want to attract wealth, or you want to attract whatever it is, you would say your consciousness is wealth. Like, you're not trying to get it, you're not overly seeking, it's just like it is, that's it. So not in a wanting way, but in like an already having. And then I did neurolinking, which is writing ask affirmations or questions for what you want. So I have like a list of neurolinking, but I mean, that's, I'll just stop there because, you know, like I said, I know I talk a lot. It's one of the reasons that I journal my aligned action is so that at the end of the day, I know I did what I said I was going to do. And when you do that, you create that habit of conditioning your brain to have evidence that you do what you say you're going to do. So as long as I know I do those things, my top 3 priorities, which I know I have to do anyways, but that kind of frees up, like, am I going to start right away right now? No, usually I would, but I have an appointment, I have a hair appointment. I'd rather go do something else, go to the hair appointment, and come back and have the whole evening to do my aligned actions and the things I need to do. So it's really just me mapping out my day in a way that's like still aligned, still gonna get the things done, but it's also going to attract abundance in other ways, because I'm going to be attracting from joy. For me, I'm just saying it in a way of like balancing out your energy in a way that still aligns with your highest self, still is building your highest reality, is still having aligned action, but you're still creating from joy. You're still feeling the freedom that you actually want to have. Yes, you want money, but why do you want money? Is for freedom, right? So kind of like doing it in a way of like not beating yourself up for one thing. You don't have to do this exact thing, as long as, you know, so just kind of like the balance. I think what a lot of people forget is that life is a balance. We were meant to be balanced, and we were meant to have duality. And that's kind of like what I'm bringing up in this moment. So let's go. One thing about me is that I always mobile order. Like, if mobile ordering exists for the place, I'm probably using it, because I shouldn't know. I mean, like, someone let me know if that's like bad or something or annoying. But oh my god, this smells so good. It's just from Smoothie King, but what the? Look at this. Another thing about me is I love avocado toast. Like, kind of basic, but I love avocado toast on multigrain with just salt and pepper or turmeric. Ugh. Avocado toast or avocado bacon with turmeric on it. Oh my god. Okay, so it's like one of those avocado spreads. It's one of those avocado spreads, not actual avocado. Like, they didn't open an avocado and smush it. But I mean, it's just from Smoothie King, so. But yeah, the actual avocado tastes like just like water. I still like it for, I need to eat something. I don't want it to be too much, like too heavy. It would be kind of too salty for some people. And my favorite smoothie from there is the vegan super nutty green. It's like banana, peanut butter. It's like banana, peanut butter, cacao. And yes, I'm just eating in my car right now, but this is still the freedom vibes that I'm talking about, of just being able to. Like, it's Monday at 10:38, and I'm just sitting here looking at the sun, protected from the cold weather, eating my avocado toast and smoothie, about to go to the salon and still get my work done after that, and being able to just stop somewhere right now, and like, I feel so relaxed. And that's the thing. That's the freedom vibe. You know, me and my husband were talking about this in our personal lives, because I saw a couple of students this week and an old coworker all in one week, and it brought up, you know, just that I was a teacher before, and it is a little bit sad when you see students, older students, they're talking about things that you did, stuff like that. So he was asking if I've had times where I regretted quitting teaching and things like that, and I was like, not really. Like, honestly, no. Like, if I could just straight up say, like, do you regret it? Like, have you had moments of regret? No. I mean, that's just me being real. It's more of like moments of a slight sadness of just when you see old students, and just when you think of that person, like, you know, me being Miss Coleman. And it's really just overall a sadness of that teaching is so not what it should be. and all the things that teachers have to go through and like the hard work that teachers put in to go into a messed up system where there's nothing that anyone can do about it. So it's like, do I regret it? No, because when I think back on the times of being a teacher and I see it with other people, it's just full, not even full, it's overload of survival mode. It's so much hustle, it's so much hassle, it's so much mental stress, and so much diminishing of what the person is doing. And it's not about the principals or anything, it's not about admin, it's just the way that the things are laid out, the, you know, certain parents, certain things that people can't change. It's the government, okay? It's like the government influence, and just like people showing up and giving 1,001%, like higher than what you would think is almost humanly possible, like so much more than what a normal job gives, to only get more stress, like disrespect, accusations, like all these things. It's just like, this is the reason that I don't regret quitting. It's because it's just so much of survival mode. And how can I honestly say, and like people might say like, oh my god, that's so rude or whatever towards the kids, but really it's like the kids, they leave you anyways. And like, yes, I could say I could make an influence with those kids, yeah, but honestly, teachers hardly can make the influence that they could be making because they're dealing with so much other stuff that is so besides the point. And like, this could be a whole nother conversation, of course, but can I honestly say I regret it whenever I'm sitting here impacting people in a different kind of way, when I'm advocating for a higher level of living internally, a higher level of peace, a higher level of freedom, and I'm spending every day in relaxed freedom in my dream home, in my dream backyard, like working from the pool, being able to actually see outside, drink water, okay, like small things like this that I wasn't able to do as a teacher. If you're just looking at it in an honesty point of view, which is, if y'all know anything about me, it's that I'm always honest. No, I can't say that I regret that. I can travel whenever I want. I wake up whenever I want. Like, I wake up fully rested every single day. And like I said, even just being able to drink water, and I know that's like such a weird thing to mention, but as a teacher, I was always dehydrated. I was always fatigued, and not just because of the workload and the things. It's like nothing against the students. Like, the students are literally the only reason that any teacher is staying in the field. Like, but I can never drink water because you can't use the bathroom. You can't leave to use the bathroom. And when I have to drink the water, I always have to use the bathroom. You're in the classroom, and yeah, you could go ask your partner teacher, but then it's taking away time. It's like everything is about instruction. Most teachers, their health is so worse than what it could be because of small things. I would never see outside when I was a teacher. 15 minutes of recess, yeah, but that time was still in survival mode, and you were like, it was the end of the day, and I was like so tired at that point. So it's like being able to walk, being able to see the sun, being able to do stuff, like learn. Like, I couldn't even learn as a teacher because all of your time is spent doing what you need to do. And like, this is becoming a whole rant about teaching, and like I said, this could be a whole nother thing going deeper into it. But the level of freedom, the feeling of freedom, is so much more expansive working in this field and knowing what I know, that it doesn't make me miss teaching. And that's just me being honest. And these are the times that I really get into the mindset of really feeling like everything is taken care of for me. And the more that you can think that and feel that, the more it is going to be true. So like attracts like, right? So if I'm sitting here really realizing, because I was just going through my car, because another thing about me is I carry around like these plastic Q-tip things. I mean, Q-tips. Toothpicks. Shows you how much I eat in the car, right? But it's like all sanitized, protected, and then you can use it. But anyways, no one cares about that. But anyways, I was kind of going through my car, and I was thinking that it probably needs to get clean. And then I was thinking, okay, I could just go to Betty's car wash and get the outside of my car clean, buy a machine, drive through. Okay, the car wash is something that always makes me feel privileged. Like, it's a whole thing. But anyways, I could just drive through, get my car washed, and drive through the other belt. My car goes on a conveyor belt. I don't know if they have this where you are. I never knew this existed, okay? If y'all thinking this is weird that she says this, I grew up in a small town, or a collection of small towns, and this was not a thing. But now, where I live now, we're in the city, or closer to a city, my car can go on a conveyor belt, and people actually clean the inside of my car for me. Vacuum, disinfect the windows, wipe all the stuff. I can just go to Benny's right now and get that clean for me. I just sit on my butt. And like, it really is just one thing after another. Like, everything's taken care of for me. Everything is taken care of for me. And if you feel some kind of way about that, so basically, if I'm sitting here and saying everything's taken care of for me, and you have a trigger about that, or you have hesitancy or some kind of shame or guilt of if you were to say that because maybe that makes you feel some kind of way, that is a sign that you do want that and you're being triggered by it because there is a block there. Okay, so if you're triggered by something, it means that it's something for you to look at to release that block in order to have the thing that you want, which is to have things taken care of for you. Now I am about to go to the salon that I go to for my extensions. So these are extensions. And I don't know if you know this about sewn-in extensions, but when you get sewn-in extensions, you have to go back to the salon every whatever weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks or something, to get them moved up, because as your hair grows out, they grow out with the hair and it's loose. So I'm going to get them moved up, but with extensions, my hair looks good every day. Like, this is my extensions with nothing. Like, I braided my hair last night and I unbraided it this morning and that's it. Like, I put a little bit of oil in it. Like, I don't even think I brushed this hair today. Like, that's the thing. Like, much less imagine when it's actually washed, blow dry, like, and I actually do it good on the first, second day. Like, this is like the third day of like doing nothing. Where my regular hair, I will actually put oil in it and do it and curl it, and it just looks like a frizz ball. Like, love you hair, grateful for the hair, but it's not the same. But yeah, so I just love to come in here. Like, I even have like this fuzzy blanket. I just love working from home because you have everything that you need right here, like I said earlier. Because it's about 30 degrees right now, so I have my second heater closer to me to warm up my hands, and then I have another heater back there that warms up the room. But yeah, so I record and I talk in my laptop right here, and I have my vanilla cinnamon coffee, and it's just, my home is right there. And my dogs, and outside, and my pool, and I can move and go out into the sun and all these things. Like, I just, like, I love it. I'm not gonna lie. So one thing that I need to do today that I'm logging into is I need to record and post a short speech about 5 or 6 minutes for a challenge in Jen Gottlieb's Stage Leaders program. I'm in cohort number 4. And then I have the Stage Leaders training to do on Zoom. So those are my top priorities. Then I will move ahead with anything I need to do, since my morning was taken doing the other thing. I've already typed up the speech for week 2 and using the guidelines, but what I want to do now that I'm going to record it and post it is I want to take some elements or some prompts from what I typed up so that it just guides me what to say, so kind of like an outline, instead of having it completely scripted out and reading word for word off of a teleprompter. So hopefully it comes off a little bit more natural and a little bit more genuine. So it sounds more like me talking, getting the point across, but not so much of a robotic speech. When I got there, ... Glam, perfection, British accent. Sits, laughs. Ask question, okay? So if somebody else was to look at this, they'd be like, what? But it's my notes of giving a speech in a natural way without memorizing it word for word, so that some personality comes out, because my biggest struggle with speaking is sounding too scripted. Okay, now I practice and record, which will probably be crazy, but yeah. And my alarm is going off for the live at 3. It is 2:30. Okay. Also, my alarm is going off for intentional attention. So this is actually my alarm to myself that it is time to give intentional attention towards my consciousness. So I'm going to pause. So this is an example of how I bring this work into my everyday life. Like, I live this work. So I have a playlist on Spotify, and it's all energy songs, and it's titled Energy. A lot of it is like women partly rapping, kind of like upbeat music of money, wealth, and their desires and manifestations and stuff like that. So I think twice a day at the times that I feel like would be the most, like, makes sense for me, a random song plays from that playlist, and the alarm says intentional attention, and that is my time to stop and recalibrate my consciousness to what I want it to be and to give intentional attention to my desires. So once I stop this, I'll do that, and then I'll do this. And then, like, if I've already done it that day, it's just an alarm to remind me. So if I just did that and I know that I'm basically still aligned right now, then I won't do it just because the alarm said so, but it's just a reminder to be like, hey, check in. How's the day going? Have you been working towards your intentions? Where are you at? Basically, if you could kind of give yourself a little snapshot, it's my reminder. So it's kind of like an accountability thing. but I suggest you do it if you want to stay on the path and it's nothing too hard. Okay, something strange just happened. I just got off. So you remember how earlier I told y'all that I keep having basically two recurring dreams? One is about a weird cruise ship, and the other one is about a weird dream home. So a little bit more context about this recurring dream is we buy a dream home. We buy basically a large home. And so the last one I had was like this beautiful European style, multiple story home. And when we go in it, it's all weird. Like there's weird stuff going on. There's renovations going on. There's holes in the floor, not from wear and tear, but from construction. The decorations are weird. Like the last one I had was like all red and they had to redo it. The windows are covered because they're doing things. The stairs lead nowhere kind of thing, or you could just go upstairs and fall off of the edge and things like that. So that's just an example of the recurring dream that I keep having is dream home, but then it's being renovated and it's not complete. An incomplete dream home is basically the theme. And then, so I also told y'all that I had week 3 training for stage leaders. And I did that, and she taught us this strategy. And it's basically about a mansion, which I'm not going to tell you about it because it's her strategy. But, and then she was just talking. So she taught the whole thing or whatever. And then she was just talking normally. And she said that our assignment was to post a messy version of our mansion, what she considers our mansion, but for speaking. And then she said, just naturally, like just talking naturally, she was like something along the lines of, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be completely done. And then she was like, let's just say that this is your mansion, but you're going to be doing renovations on it. You're going to be redoing the stairs. Like you're going to have stairs right now, but you're going to be redoing the stairs. You're going to be redoing the floors. Like your floors might have holes in it, but you're going to renovate it. The same, I just journaled about, I did 4 pages of journaling about the dream I had about the mansion being renovated. And then chances are, like obviously she doesn't know I had that dream. She says in the meeting today that you're going to be renovating your mansion. Is this a synchronicity? Like what they call synchronicities? I also journal in my journal, which I usually don't journal this. This was a new thing for me because of this show I watched. It's a whole nother story. But I journaled, I'm asking for synchronicities to prove like evidence or like universal evidence of that I'm on the right path and stuff. So I actually asked for synchronicities either this morning or yesterday. So what are the odds that she would say that after I had that dream and journal about it and then journal synchronicities? Like, so if someone mentions like cruise ship, I'm going to be like, and I have been seeing small things, but I'm also in the point where if I see something small, I'm like, that could be anything. That could be anything. Because I don't want to like trick myself into being like, it's a synchronicity and being one of those people that's like, oh my God, a pin was right here. It's a synchronicity. Like, so like even small things, I was like, no, that's normal. That's normal. That's like, you would see that every day. It's not a synchronicity. Like I have to see something like kind of more of a coincidence, like a bigger thing to be like, it's a synchronicity. Like I'd have to see a license plate that says something or a sign that literally says something that's like, oh my God, it's just wondering that. And it's something weird that I didn't do, right? Because a lot of people, they'll say it's a synchronicity. It's like, no, you literally went out, got in your car, drove to Starbucks, ordered the drink, and told them whatever to say it's a synchronicity. Like, no, I don't do that. Like, if I say like there's a synchronicity, it's like someone just said something that they had no idea I was wondering that. They had no idea I was thinking that. They didn't know it was a thing. And they just so happened to say something like that was a synchronicity. That is a synchronicity to me. So let me know what y'all think. I'm feeling like that was a synchronicity. I'm convinced. Because that was strange. What are the odds of that? And this is what I like about my at-home office and working whenever I want is once I get in here and it's go time, I'm like, I can just stay in here. It's 5:11 and I'm still finalizing this stuff, but like I could just stay in here because like I just ran inside and saw my dogs for a little while, used the bathroom, all that stuff, and like just come back in here and chill. And I have, you can't see, but on the other side of my office is this little like sit corner with a table where you can journal and stuff. But I have a separate light up here, which is why the lighting looks different. So it's like, if I wanted to break down a book right now, I could do it right here. It's my own space. Like that's what it is. It's like, it truly feels like my own space that I could sit here and just be like, I could record some affirmations right now and like no one would, like no one's sitting there like what are you saying? Like, like looking at me like, why are you saying you're the wealthiest person ever or whatever? You know, like it's my own space to do whatever I want. I just love it, okay? I just anything. That's something about me. It's like I literally, if anything ever happens to me, no one would be able to say anything because like I seriously want to live forever. Like I love living right now. Like I love living and like I feel so grateful because like I'm living pain free every day. Like I don't, and I'm not trying to say anything about anyone else, but like the fact that like I just have an able body, I can like get up and just drink coffee and like whatever and just walk if I want to. I can drive. Like I don't have any like I have health on my side. You know, I have health. I have money. I have all these things. I literally can just work here and have stuff and just order stuff on Amazon and have it within like one day. Like all of these things, I'm just like, this is how I end every day. I end every day wanting to cry tears of joy of like how good everything is. Like I'm so serious. Like that's why I feel like this is such a peak time. Even if I don't have like every single thing I would want, it's such a peak time of things being open and expansive. And I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna go post this and then go eat my snacks.